Hola a todos! Hello everyone! Welcome to my office again. Basically we're heading to winter and everyone loves, to do some knitting, especially we need to think like, Christmas presents that you can do, like homemade knitting, but also you can do something for yourself, like cozy jumper, cozy socks, so many things. So basically today's video is to show you the basic stitches, but to be honest, with these stitches you can do lots of things. I'm gonna give you as well like 3 quick tips if you are, you want to begin knitting or you want to give it a go. So the first tip is start with a big yarn. That means, yarn that allows you to do to knit with 10 millimeters needle. Basically this means that you are gonna see quick results. It's gonna be easy for you because it's big yarn, so easy to manage. Tip number 2, plastic needles. They are the cheapest and the yarn will never get stuck. I had bamboo needles and I had one yarn that it got stuck. It was a bit annoying, so nothing can go wrong with that. And tip number 3, have a look at the available patterns you can see. Look for like easy level, and try to see if you understand the pattern a bit. But there's so many patterns in the market, or even kits that you can have the 3 things together. But there's so many patterns around for beginners with great results. Actually I have another one close by. This is another one, sorry. So this is another one I want to try, and yeah, so hope you enjoy the video, and hopefully this helps to people that always wanted to knit, to give it a go so you can practice. And then for my next video, hopefully I can show you how to knit this lovely jumper for the little ones. Okay, so hope you enjoy. Happy crafting. Bye. Adios. Okay, we're gonna start with the cast on. If ideally we need to know like more or less like the length. So what I'll do is I'll measure more or less gonna be like this length, for example, and then I'll do it like 3 times. 1, 2, 3, and explain later why. And the first thing we're gonna do is a slip knot. So basically just go around the fingers, go behind, and then you have a slip knot. And basically it's called a slip knot because it's flexible, and then it can be bigger, bigger or smaller. That's why it's called. But normally what you do is you do your slip knot, and then you try to don't press it very tight, so it needs to be like free to go on the needle and happy. So the more relaxed you do the first step, the best. So there we have like the slip knot. So we have our slip knot, and the next is we're gonna cast on. So basically what I'll do is I'll grab the yarns like that, okay, one in each finger, and then I'll go around this one first, okay, and then the other one. Okay, I'll try to show that. And then just make sure it's not very tight either, because otherwise it is very difficult to do like the first row. Let's do this again. Okay, so I'll have the 2 lengths like that, and then we go like around this one and this one. And to be honest, this is the best custom method. I tried different ones and I just love this. So basically we're just going across. Okay. And then you have your stitches. Look at that. Right, so we have all our stitches in here, and we're ready to do the knit stitch. So the first thing we're gonna do is to turn around our work. We're gonna have like a little tail, you know, that we are gonna finish or tucked in, you know, when we finish the project, so don't worry about that for now. And then you have your working yarn in here. Basically we're ready to knit stitch. So the first thing we're gonna do is you grab the other needle, okay, and then move across your stitches close to the pointing point section. Not, you know, not a lot of closer, because otherwise they are gonna go away, but just, you know, to get more comfy. And basically we're gonna work front to back. So basically you grab your other needle and then you go front to back, grab your working yarn, and then you go over, okay, and then what happened is that you pull off, and then we have the first knit stitch. I don't know what is a bit, it's a bit loose, but okay, then you can, you know, fix it anyway. Right, let's do it again. So basically you go front to back, roll over the yarn on the needle, and then you just take it off the needle, and again, so front to back, go over, and then like that. So I'm gonna like go at the end. I think I did 14 stitches. Okay, front to back, go over, and then you pull this up. Right, so we are finished. Okay, so we did the knit stitch. So as you can see, is this like the classical V. Okay, and what we're gonna do now is we're gonna pull stitch, because basically we're gonna turn around our work again, and in the background we have the pull stitch, and this is what we're gonna do now. So in theory you work, you know, depending on what project you are doing, so you keep the knit stitch in the right side, is what is called the right side of the work, and then on the wrong side you are doing the pull stitch. So ready for pull stitch. It is quite, you know, similar. So basically grab your needle, and in this case we go back to front. So back to front, grab your working yarn, go over, okay, and then we pull this, you know, in the back, or pull this out. So that's one, and let's do it again. So back to front, roll it over, and then we push this back, okay, and again, so roll it over, okay. So as we can see, you know, we have our stitches. At this stage, you know, when you turn your work back to the right side, you can see this is going all right, because you have all the knit stitches in here, and then when you go on the back you have all the pull stitches. So this is like a good, you know, a good sign that we're doing the right thing. What we're gonna do now is increase stitch, okay. Normally, well, when you increase, you need to increase at the beginning, or at the beginning at the end. It depends on the instructions. So basically when it says at the beginning, when it says increase, let's do it at the beginning. So what we do in case of knit, so we're gonna do like, we're gonna knit again. So back to front, oops, picking the right the wrong tail. So back to front. Okay, roll it over. Okay, and then this goes out. And basically what we do is you have this, you know, in between you have like this little you know, section between the knots. So basically you need to grab this. Okay, don't worry if it's too tiny, because then it's gonna expand, and then you pull it in here. Okay, so that's the first. So step one, you need one in the middle section, pull this off and put it on the needle, and then you need to knit this little one as well. So it's a bit tricky the first time, but you know, just try to do it. So now we go to knit that. So front to back, we go across, and then you just go and you keep knitting. Oops, sorry, it's a bit difficult. Okay, and as we can see, you know, it doesn't look like we did like something very wrong. It looks like, you know, invisible additional in the middle. So I'm gonna keep knitting. We increase at the beginning of the row, and just in case we are gonna increase at the end of the row. So just before you knit the last stitch, just do the same. So grab, you know, in between, grab the little loop. It's in there. Okay, you can see it, but it's there. So just grab it, put it around. Okay, just get comfy, and then we are gonna knit that one. So front to back. Okay, then just roll that in and knit. Okay, and then just knit the last stitch. Right, so let's see the end result. Okay, so as we can see, it is very nice. So we even notice anything. So we increase at the beginning and at the end. Right, so now what we're gonna do is we are gonna increase at the beginning and at the end with purl stitch. Okay, so we do the same. So basically we are gonna pull the first. Okay, and then don't let it go, so you stop in here. Okay, and then what we need to do is we need to pull this bit in here. So what we need to do to be able to do that is grab this bit from back to front. So basically, you know, just go, I'm not sure if I can see you, but go back to front, and you may need to help with the fingers. Okay, so sorry about that. It is if there's no camera. So back to front. Let's see. Oh dear. Right, there we go. So back to front. Just, you can do like a little bit like that to help, and then pull that off, and then we let it go. So we have two pulls. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go till the end and do it again. So just in case, at the end of the row, on the purl row, and we're gonna try to increase at the end as well. So the same. So let's pull the last one. Okay, and then don't let that go, because we need that to pull. Basically what we do is we go from with the needle, with the back needle, we need to go front to back to front, sorry, and then roll that in. Okay, and then you let it go. So basically we should have now, let's have a look. So at the beginning we have the 2 pulls in here, the one we increase, as you can see, and then at the end we have the increase as well. Okay, and the best thing to have a look is you shouldn't notice any difference when looking from the front. Okay, now we are gonna move to the decrease. You know, if it doesn't say anything specific, just, you know, decrease. You know, we're gonna do like at the beginning and at the end decrease 1 stitch. I just like to keep things simple, so basically what we do is instead of knitting 1, we knit 2 together. So just grab the 2 of them together, and then with the working yarn just knit them together. And I think this is very simple and keeps things, you know, easy. So I'm just gonna carry on, and then I will do the same at the end. Right, so we're at the end and we're gonna do the same. So basically just grab the 2 of them, okay, and knit them together. There we go. Okay, so let's have a look at the results. Okay, so basically you know, this looks like 1 has disappeared. Okay, and the same happened with this. So it's a simple method. So and the next bit is what happened when, you know, you just run out of yarn. You need to change your yarn, so don't panic, it's so easy. Basically when just keep an eye when you are almost at the end. So don't wait to have the situation that you are run out of yarn in the middle. Okay, so it's better to have leftover and maybe use it later for do the finishing touches. But basically at this stage what you do, so you know, you cut your, you know, you have your nice tail in here. Don't leave it like too long, just leave it like 15 centimeters more or less. And basically what you do is you pick up like the new yarn. Okay, just have like a 15 centimeters tail as well, and then you do the slip knot like we did before, right? And what you are gonna do is you are gonna pull, so let's do it. So we are gonna pull the one, you know, we just run out through the loop. Okay, right, and then just tie this a bit, and don't worry too much about tightening right now. Okay, but yeah, basically we just done it. So it is very important to do it on one of the extremes, so in this, you know, on one side or on the other side. In the middle it could be a bit of a mess. Okay, so we don't want to like disturb the work. And basically now you have like 3 tails. Okay, so you just need, for now, don't worry about the short ones, just grab, you know, grab the new one. Okay, and let's knit as normal, so as nothing happened. Okay, last thing I'm gonna show, and then we should be ready to do our first jumper together, is a cast off. So basically is the end, and then you need to cast off, and basically is the same from both sides. So knit or pull. So what we need to do is quite funny, to be honest. So you just need to make sure you have your working yarn. Okay, and then just knit as normally. So you knit 1, and then you knit the second one. Okay, and then you need to move this over that. So it looks like, you know, the first time I did this, it looks like everything was a mess, but it worked. Okay, and then you have only one left, and then imagine that we need to cast off all this row. So let's do that again. So we have one in here, we need the next one, and then we just pass this over that one, and then you let it go. So let's keep going. And you let it go. And then we have one left. So I would recommend make this bigger and then cut like 15 centimeters. And what we do is take off the needle and then just pass this through the loop. Okay, so we pass this through the loop, and there you go. And also I would recommend to do this quite loose, so just be relaxed on this step and don't keep it very tight, because normally this could be around your neck or around your waist, so you don't want it like very, very tight. But yeah, it is looking very nice, and look at that. So we conquer a very nice you know, tiny thing. Maybe I can use like as a warmer for my coffee or something. But yeah,